Everybody know that you're a threat with a rest. Let's go. We won't fit in our box. We don't quit, we won't stop. Ride us all to the top.
Oh, baby. Let's go, chat. Let's go, baby. Oh! Oh! Let's get it. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Welcome into yet again another night of wicked racing action.
I got the key to unlock. I know the locksmiths, optics. Speak of the loss, I'm eating lobster, chopsticks, freaking the boss. You know, I'll never fit in where I go at. Boss talk like I'm Boaz. Why fit in when you know you can stand out still? They remember you more when you hand out deals. Let's go. We won't fit in your box. We don't quit, we won't stop. Ride us all to the top. We won't fit in your, we won't
Oh, baby. Oh, chat, let's go. Oh, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American Dirt Series Super Late Models on the racetrack right now, getting ready to show us how to get it done as they're about to have some fun. These drivers are larging and charging, and they're ready to put their name in the history books here at Lanier Speedway. Some wicked racing action to be had here. You can see the teardown area there. You see these drivers out on the racetrack. They are looking fast and furious currently right now. It is that 12 ride of Josh Fuller with the quickest time in the session. So Fuller showing some good speed here early on in this one. Chance car out on the racetrack as well. And that 2 machine car sitting in that 8th position out there on the racetrack. So we're going to get this iRacing live timing board back up and working the right way. There we go. That's a little bit better as we only got a few more minutes left here of practice. And then these drivers are going to be jumping right back out onto the racetrack for some qualifying. They're going to work their way down into pit lane here. Looks like a couple of them jumping back out onto the racetrack. We see Josh Fuller, Adam Davis out there as well in that 112 machine. So they're about to jump back out on the racetrack here for a little bit more practice. Let's get it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know what to do. If you guys are just tuning in and you're over on Facebook, hit that like button for me, hit that share button, and hit that follow button. There are 3 ways, completely free, and how to support the page. Every single like, share, and comment continue to grow the stream more and more and more. How do we get into this? Richard, my boy, if you guys want in, just let me know. Whoever you want to get in, just message the American Dirt Series page on Facebook, and those guys will they'll get you added in. They'll get you into the racing action, my dude. They'll get you out here onto the racetrack 100%. See the DS Marshall out there as well in that 187 machine. You see Josh Fuller still out there pounding down some laps as well in that 12 ride. Chance car back out on the racetrack as well. We see a lot of drivers waiting patiently here for the qualifying session, but you can see this racetrack already starting to slick off quite a bit. This racetrack is super slick so far, and it's going to make for some interesting racing action, man. It's going to make for some very crazy racing action out there on the racetrack. Yo, Zeke Wagner coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Zeke? Zeke coming in, some mashing that like on the stream. What is good, my boy? Coming in, some mashing that like. But yeah, Richard, we'll definitely get you in here, my boy. We'll definitely get you in here. Unfortunately, I think tonight might be a little bit too late. I don't know if we have enough admins that would be available to try and send invites or anything, but we will be back live again next Thursday, or next Friday, whatever day it is. I don't even know what day it is. I think next Thursday. These guys will be back out there on the racetrack once again, pounding down the dirt around. I'm not sure what racetrack, but absolutely, my dude, absolutely. You know I got you. You know I got you. I'll shoot you a message too with their website as well, the American Dirt Series website. That way you can find their stuff and get out there onto the racetrack with you know, all these drivers, man, as I know you're one of the men to beat in these super late models in any kind of car, really, on the dirt track stuff. So it'd be super cool to have you out here on the racetrack trying to win some of these races against some of these drivers, as these are the guys to beat right here on a weekly basis in almost all the main shows, you know, almost all the main shows. These are the guys they want to beat. These are the guys you want to beat right here. Good, hard, clean racing. A lot of fun out there on the racetrack. Marshall still out there running down some laps. Dustin Lehman back out on the racetrack as well in that 30 machine. Dustin Lehman looking pretty good as well. He's sitting 5th on the time charts right now, as it looks like we're going to have 18, looks like 19 drivers, as Brandon Marlowe just joined in on the service as well. So we'll have Brandon Marlowe jumping in here to race with the drivers as well. So it'll be a nice, good full field of drivers out there. Larry Moody out there is well on the 73 machine. Woo! All right, practice pretty much over. Practice is pretty much done. That means these drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack here in a few more moments for their qualifying efforts. We'll have to see if Josh Fuller can lay down another fast lap time to keep that 12 right at the top of the charts here. Fastest in practice, but we'll have to wait and see who can be fastest come qualifying, and that's where you really want to be fast, is in that qualifying session. You want to park that ride in that pole position in heat race number 1. As we're going to get ready here for a little bit of qualifying action. Yo, Cody Connor, my boy Cody. Cody coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. What is good, Cody? Cody coming in, showing that love. How you doing, my boy? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? If you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button if you're new here, as these drivers are going to get out there right now. They got 2 laps to try to lay down a very, very quick lap time. We see the 12 ride of Josh Fuller jumping out onto the racetrack here for his qualifying effort. Jason Salter out there in that 10 machine. Jarrett Murphy out there as well in the 25. See Austin Jarvis out there as well in the 2 ride. There's always at least 2 or 3 2 cars, just to make it absolutely awful for me to try to broadcast. As we see Josh Fuller, we'll have to see if that 12 machine can put her up at the top of the speed charts here once again. To see where that locks him in. That puts him in about 4th as of right now. Dustin Lehman in the 30 ride with the quick time on the racetrack. So that Mud Duck Racing number 30 ride of Dustin Lehman with the quick time so far. Still got a few drivers to jump out there, though. Got Caleb Ramsey still out there on the racetrack. Brandon Marlowe out there as well. We see Marshall out there in that 187 ride. Usually super, super fast in these super late models. So we'll have to see where that 187 ride can get slotted in here. As he starts his qualifying effort up there on the high side of the racetrack. Gonna send it in, down on the bottom side, slide up the racetrack just a little bit there. Looking like a good lap for Marshall, but that's not good enough, as that's going to slot him in about the 5th position. AJ Cruz, see where he has to get put in here is that 57 ride. Always super, super fast out there on the racetrack as well. We'll have to see where Cruz stacks up against the rest of this field. Cruz looked a little bit loose there coming out of corner number 4. Looks like he is going to get slotted in the 6th position. So right now on the racetrack, our quick time driver, the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman with that pole in this one. As Dustin Lehman showing some great, great speed. You see some of these drivers still out on the racetrack. I do believe their qualifying efforts have concluded. Just that they're still running some laps. See the 112 ride of Adam Davis as well. But this racetrack is going to continue to change. This racetrack is going to get completely blackened off here after all of our heat races are done. And the warm-up session, all that stuff, man, it is going to create a very, very slick racetrack to start this feature event. And these guys are going to have their hands full, man. They are going to have their hands full trying to keep these things underneath of them with all that pressure and all the horsepower that these things carry, these super late models. They are very, very touchy, and you got to be really right on the ball in these things. As we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Yo, Reed Sanders coming in with that like and the share on the stream. What is good, Reed? Reed coming in, showing that love. Yo, Mr. Tyler Briggs coming in with that like and Hi, my dude. Mr. Tie Stick Briggs coming in with that like, my dude. Yo, Kenny Storkson coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, Kenny? What is up, my dude? What is up, Kenny? You know what's up, my man. We are about to get ready for some wicked racing action here in just a few more moments as heat race number 1 starting to line up here on the front stretch. You can see these drivers starting to load into the sim, starting on the pole in this one. It was our quick time driver in qualifying. It's the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman. Alongside him, our fastest driver in practice is that 12 ride of Josh Fuller. And starting in position number 3 in the 007, that is Jacob Fields. Alongside him, the 112 ride, that is Adam Davis. And starting inside of row number 3 in the 17 ride, it is the 17 machine of Buddy Ware. Alongside him in the 2 ride, that is Austin Jarvis. And rounding out our field in position number 7, it's the 13 ride of Caleb Ramsey. So 7 drivers getting ready to go to battle here. I do believe everybody is going to make it into the A main. Nobody's going to get sent home early, but it does look like Dustin Lehman not on the racetrack anymore. So I don't know what just happened to Dustin Lehman, but unfortunately for him, he's not on the racetrack. So that's going to move that inside lineup. Lehman, not the start he wanted, as now he's parked down pit side, and he's not going to have an opportunity here to win this first heat race of the evening, but that's going to move that inside lane up. That's going to put Jacob Fields on the pole with Josh Fuller there to his outside. 6 drivers getting ready to go to battle. It should be 7, but Dustin Lehman not in attendance as we are green flag racing here for the American Dirt Series Super Late Models. Quickly, Jacob Fields sliding up in front of the 12 machine of Josh Fuller. Fuller trying to battle back strong there on the bottom side of the racetrack as Adam Davis there in third. He's got Buddy Ware to his inside, trying to take that 3rd position on the racetrack. As all these drivers doing a fantastic job getting around the racetrack clean and green so far. These guys doing a fantastic job. As you can see, this track already starting to slick off quite a bit. It's that 007 ride of Jacob Fields, though, out in front, leading the way with Josh Fuller right there, trying to reel him in. As these guys continue to pound back these laps, a lot of quick, fast lap times out there, as these guys are laying down some very fast lap times on the racetrack, putting down a wicked pace, but it is all Jacob Fields out in front. Josh Fuller right there in second, Adam Davis there in third. Buddy Ware there in position number 4 with Caleb Ramsey and Austin Jarvis rounding out our field. And once again, our pole sitter, who is supposed to be the 30 ride, not in attendance, as we see the 17 of Buddy Ware almost go around. He almost goes around. He almost goes upside down as the 17 ride goes from the 4th position back to 6 with some heavy damage there on that 17 machine. As these guys continue to battle, you can see a good pass here trying to be made as Josh Fuller trying to make that pass on Jacob Fields. As these two continue to battle side by side, we get the white flag, so one more time around. Josh Fuller down low, Jacob Fields up on the high side, down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's a drag race back to the line, and it's Josh Fuller picking up the checkered flag in heat race number 1. Jacob Fields, Adam Davis, Austin Jarvis, Buddy Ware, and Caleb Ramsey rounding out our 6 drivers in heat race number 1. Obviously, we did have 7 drivers. Our pole sitter, who was supposed to be Dustin Lehman, unfortunately not making it out onto the racetrack here. He was lined up. He was out there, but I'm not sure if he took that car off the track to get some work done to it or what happened, but we're going to get ready here nonetheless with heat race number 2. Is heat race number 2 about to get underway? Starting on the pole in this one, in the 10 ride, that is Jason Salter. Alongside him in the 187 ride, that is Thaddeus Marshall. Starting inside of row number 2, it's the 2 ride of Chance Carr, and alongside him in that iRacing I flag, Cordy Motorsports number 25, it is Jarrett Murphy. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 37 ride. That is a Hot Lap Heroes driver of Brandon Marlowe, and alongside him in the 00, that is Braden Casto. As we get 6 more drivers getting ready to go to battle here once again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show, well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to do it all over again. Heat race number 2 about to get underway. Jason Salter with a great start, quickly putting that power down, working that bottom side of the racetrack as you see Marshall sliding back a little bit here. That high side did not fire well, and these drivers are paying for it. As we see Braden Casto up into the outside wall just ever so slightly. He takes it up a little bit again, but out in front, it is all Jason Salter. Salter leading the way here in that 10 machine, putting down some wicked fast lap times here. Chance Carr right there in second. Carr's going to jump up to the high side as now you see Thaddeus Marshall trying to work the bottom side of the racetrack. It didn't take him long to work his way down to the bottom side here, as it looks like that high groove still has a lot of grip, but maybe not the speed that the bottom side has. As you see that 187 down there, you see Jarrett Murphy up on the high side, but Brandon Marlowe trying to work the bottom as well. Looking like he's got a very quick car here tonight. He's trying to work his way around the 25 and the 187 machine. But it is all Jason Salter in that D1RT number 10 machine as he's out in front and clicking these laps off quick. Jason Salter trying to pick up heat race win number 2 with Chance Carr and Thaddeus Marshall right there in second and third trying to hunt him down. As we get a great battle back here. See Brandon Marlowe still trying to use that bottom side to his advantage. You see Marshall trying to work his way a little bit farther forward as well, as now Jarrett Murphy is going to slide down the bottom side and some contact. Marshall almost goes around somehow. He keeps that ride pointed in the right direction. No caution flag, but the white flag is being displayed. So one more time into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It is all Jason Salter here in heat race number 2. Chance Carr there in second, Brandon Marlowe in third. Then we see Jarrett Murphy, Thaddeus Marshall there in fifth, and Braden Castro there in position number 6 as heat race number 2. Another fantastic showing here by all of our drivers, as this is another good heat race, man. That was a lot of fun. These guys put on a great show for us there. Yo, Ben Bebo, my old man, Ben Bebo coming in, smashing that like on the stream. How you doing, Dad? How you doing tonight? Yo, Sammy, Mrs. Sammy Rex, Samantha coming in with that heart reaction and the shares on the stream. Much appreciated, my girl. How you doing tonight? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 about to get underway, and starting on the pole in this one in the 35 machine, that is Nick Cooper. Alongside him in the 57 ride, that is AJ Cruz. And starting on the inside of row number 2 in the 30 ride, that is Michael Spangler. Alongside him in the 81 ride, a nice little Majulasi Speed Shop Christmas paint scheme there on that 81 ride. That is Joey Lamb. And starting on the inside of row number 3 in the 13 ride, that is Charles Silvis. And alongside him in the 73, that is Larry Moody. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3 as the drivers are about to get set loose once again. The pace truck pulls off the track and we are back to green flag racing. Quickly, Nick Cooper putting that power down on the bottom side. You can see that high side once again not paying off here as now AJ Cruz up into the outside wall ever so slightly. He's going to lose a few spots as Joey Lamb and Michael Spangler are going to work their way around that 57 ride. Here comes Charles Silvis as Silvis tries to get his nose underneath that 57 ride as well. He's going to stay up on that high side, but it's the bottom side that's really showing a lot of speed here in the early stages of this one. These guys are working that bottom side to absolute perfection here in heat race number 3, as it's been pretty much the fastest way around this racetrack all day long. See that 30 ride right there, scrubbing that front nose cone right off that inside wall, continuing to hold it down there all the way around until exit of corner number 2 and corner number 4. That's where all the speed is. That's the quickest, the shortest way around the racetrack. And right now, it is definitely the quickest. We've even seen AJ Cruz, who's usually always up there on the high side of the racetrack. He was trying it for a little while. He realized that there was really nothing up there to be able to make a pass. He's going to try it again here. You can see they get some big runs with that shortest way around the racetrack, being able to drive it in pretty deep down on the bottom side. Just counterintuitive, that high side of the racetrack. Quite can't make any ground up as he's kind of stuck right there in 4th. Unless if he can find a way to get underneath of this 81 machine and try to beat him to the inside. Nick Cooper still out in front. Nick Cooper continuing to lead the way. Michael Spangler right there in position number 2. Joey Lamb there in 3rd as AJ Cruz there in 4th. See Charles Silvis working that high side here. Not making any ground is now AJ Cruz. Oh, the checkered flag is out as Nick Cooper picking up the win here. Of course, the live timing is absolutely horrendous once again. Refresh that boy as it was Nick Cooper picking up the win here in heat race number 3. Cooper with a great finish there, a great run in heat race number 3 as we'll pull that up here onto the board. As it was Nick Cooper picking up the win. Michael Spangler there in 2nd. Joey Lamb in 3rd. AJ Cruz in 4th. Then we see Mr. Charles Silvis and Larry Moody rounding out the field in heat race number 3 there, as these drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack for a quick warm-up session. They're going to quickly jump out there, try to lay down some quick lap times. Make sure that their cars are set up perfectly. Make sure they have the right gear selection in. Make sure they have enough gas to make it the 40 laps. They're going to get a quick couple laps in to make sure that their cars are absolutely set up to perfection. It's Josh Fuller out there right now as well in the 12 ride. We saw Jason Salter, Jarrett Murphy out there in that 25 machine. Murphy, always one of those super fast cars. Jacob Fields in the 007 ride. See Fields working that bottom side of the racetrack as well. Fields, we normally see that 007 ride pinned to that outside wall, but this time here at Lanier, it's a little bit of a different racetrack. So far, it's really had that bottom side feel to it where everyone's been kind of right down on the bottom side of the racetrack. The high side hasn't really shown a lot of speed. It'll be interesting to see how this track changes if that high side does become the quickest way around the racetrack at some point in time in this race. These guys continue to run their practice, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all for being here, for tuning in once again tonight as another wicked night of racing action already underway, and we're not even close to being done. We still got 40 more laps of racing action to get it done, to see who can end up here in victory lane. If you guys are just tuning in and you haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready here for our main feature event in just a few more moments. Our feature event about to get underway here. These drivers, man, they are excited to be back out onto the racetrack and here in front of all the fans in the stands once again tonight. It's a racing action about to get underway. Looks like practice is just about over here. That means we're going to get these drivers stacked up and ready for our starting lineup in just a few more moments. Yo, Greg Smith coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Greg? Greg coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, my boy? What is good, Greg? How you doing? Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see these drivers starting to stack up here on the front stretch. Starting to load into the sim as we're going to get ready for our starting lineup here in just a few more moments. Woo! Oh! Woo. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Came here looking for a show. Well, here you go. As our starting lineup for the American Dirt Series Super Late Models is about to get underway here, and starting on the pole, leading us down to the green flag, it is the 12 ride of Josh Fuller. Alongside him in the 007, that is Jacob Fields, and starting in position number 3 in the 35, that is Nick Cooper. Alongside him in the 30 ride, that is Michael Spangler. Then we see on the inside of row number 3, it's the 2 ride of Chance Carr. To his outside, it's the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. Then we see Adam Davis, Austin Jarvis, Joey Lamb, and AJ Cruz rounding out our top 10. Then we see that 25 ride of Jarrett Murphy, Thaddeus Marshall starting there in 12th. Buddy Ware, Caleb Ramsey, Charles Silvis, Larry Moody, and Dustin Lehman rounding out our field. Looks like Brandon Casto and Jason Salter not making the start of this one, as the lights are turned off our pace truck, and we're going to set these drivers loose. As the green flag out in the air here for the American Dirt Series Super Late Models. Josh Fuller out in front, leading him down the backstretch, but here comes Jacob Fields up on the high side, as out of corner number 4, it's gonna be Josh Fuller leading lap number 1, but Jacob Fields doing what he does best up there on the high side of the racetrack, as he's gonna try and look to take the lead away as he pancakes the outside wall just ever so slightly, and that's gonna kill his momentum there in 3 and 4. As Jacob Fields trying to find something up there on that high side, as this bottom side of the racetrack has been the fastest way around here all night long, but you can see that high side really starting to come in. Jacob Fields really starting to find something here. He's starting to find a groove up there on that high side. Spangler right there behind him, trying to watch that 007 ride to see what he does. Nick Cooper down low there in 4th is now Brandon Marlowe is going to jump up to that high side of the racetrack as well. Chance Carr is going to take a peek down low to his bottom side. As now you can see more and more drivers jumping up to the high side, as we got a new leader here with a big run at a corner number 3 and 4. It's the 007 of Jacob Fields, as Fields jumps out in front. That 007 has found the line up there on the high side, and here he goes. Look at the slider line that he is running. It is super fast, and he is laying down some crazy, crazy fast lap times. That last time by, he was the only driver in the 13-second bracket. Can he get it done here again? That time by, couldn't quite. No, he does. He does hit it, a 13.95. Once again, the only driver in the 13s, but Josh Fuller is right there, sticking right on his back bumper as he's trying to hunt down this 007 ride. He can see exactly how he's working around this racetrack, seeing what he needs to do to try to get around him. That time by, it was Nick Cooper with the quickest time on the racetrack. Josh Fuller was second. So it looks like Nick Cooper might have found that outside lane as well, as he's going to try to look for some big runs to try to work his way towards the front of the field, right up there, pounded down that outside wall. Brandon Marlowe there in 5th, as he's right there inside the top 5. He's got that 112 ride of Adam Davis right on his back bumper. Chance Carr there in 7th, up into the outside wall. Some heavy front end damage. Luckily enough, no caution flag. Everyone's going to keep on rolling. Well, that's going to allow AJ Cruz, Joey Lamb, Jarrett Murphy, and Thaddeus Marshall to work their way around that 2 ride. We'll have to see if he can rebound from that one. You see Caleb Ramsey right there working the outside of Dustin Lehman, as Lehman back there in that 13th position. Charles Silvis there in 14th. Buddy Ware and Austin Jarvis rounding out our top 16. Larry Moody, unfortunately, looks like he is not on the racetrack anymore, so a tough break for Moody. as he was having a great run. But out in front, it is all Jacob Fields, but Fields has some competition once again. Here comes the 12 ride of Josh Fuller. Fuller battling back strong here on the outside, and we're going to go side by side once again for the top spot. These two are going to duke it out here all night long. Josh Fuller and Jacob Fields out in front here by a good margin of about 1.5 seconds over Nick Cooper, as Cooper takes over position number 3, but Fuller is going to take the lead, and we got a new race leader here once again, as Josh Fuller back out in front, putting that 12 machine at the front of the field. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to quickly take a quick break, as we're going to jump into a Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver. Never mind, we are going to go to the caution here, as the caution flag flies, the Crank It Up caution coming out here once again. I can't even tell you how many times that has happened, as we're going to take a look back and see what happens. Looks like Charles Silvis in the 13X here having some issues, sends it in on the bottom side. Oh, the 17 rider Buddy Ware just drives it in quite a bit faster. Gets into that back bumper of Silvis, lifts those rear tires up in the air, and around goes the 13 machine. A tough break there, as he was having a good run, putting down some good lap times. Buddy Ware just sent it in there quite a bit deeper. He trying to run that slider line, just misjudged how quickly he was going to catch that back bumper of Silvis, and the caution flag flies right in front of our leaders, but luckily enough, not a lot of damage. These guys get straightened back out, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. You see Buddy Ware down on the infield. He's going to come back out onto the racetrack here, and he's going to rejoin the field with some damage there, hopefully repaired on that ride. As we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers, as we're going to jump into a Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up restart. As these guys have been putting on one heck of a show for us, as the laps continue to click off here. We only got a few more laps left around the racetrack. Out in front, it is Jacob Fields once again in command, as he leads the way. Fields out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done. Out of corner number 3 and 4, he's going to get 3 more laps left to go. 3 more laps here for Jacob Fields. Josh Fuller trying to hunt him down, and Nick Cooper right there in position number 3. Adam Davis with a good run there in 4th, and Michael Spangler there in position number 5. Marshall with a good rebound here as well, as he started about mid-pack and has worked his way just outside of a top 5, but it's all Jacob Fields up in front as he gets out of corner number 4. He's gonna see the white flag being displayed. So one more time around here for Jacob Fields as he heads down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's gonna be Jacob Fields picking up the win here in this one. Jacob Fields getting it done once again and parking that 007 ride down here in victory lane. Josh Fuller right there in 2nd. Nick Cooper coming home in position number 3. As Cooper with a great run as well there in 30. See Michael Spangler, unfortunately, still parked up on that outside walls. It looked like him and Marshall came together there. Coming down to the checkered flag, we'll take a look back and see what happens here. Is a little bit of contact made between the 187 and the 30 ride for that 5th position on the racetrack. Looks like the 187 kind of just tries to slide up in front of Spangler. Luckily enough, no one else gets collected in that. But Marshall going from 6th to about 13th position, and Michael Spangler going from 5th to 16th. That is a tough break for both of these drivers. Both looking to have some good finishes here. Unfortunately, coming together. Not sure if maybe Spangler might have just lost it up on the high side. Kind of what it looked like. It kind of looked like that 30 ride just started to lose it up there going through the slick stuff. I think he was already going around. I think the 187 ride was just there, unfortunately, making that contact. Tough break for both of these cars, man. Tough break for both of them. They both end up deep in this one. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed that show, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as man, oh man, what a great race once again that these drivers put on for us as we get another wicked showing here once again. Yo, Mr. Midnight Toker Gaming, Midnight coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, my boy? Stinger Motorsports coming in with that like and the share as well. What is good, Stinger? What is good, my boy? Coming in, smashing that like and share. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into the Discord here with our top 3 drivers as we're still waiting for Mr. Jacob Fields to join the broadcast booth here to pull our race winner in. See Josh Fuller and Nick Cooper there waiting patiently, but we're waiting for our race winner to join us here. Man, what a race. What a race, man. We saw some wicked racing action. We saw that high side for a little bit come in. Everyone was up there trying to run that outside wall very quickly. That outside lane just kind of fall off, and everyone worked their way back down to the bottom side of the racetrack, as Lanier for the longest time was always that high side groove kind of a racetrack. Now it's kind of more mirrored towards that bottom side, maybe even a little bit right through the slick stuff in that the next lane up or next half a lane up from the bottom side of the racetrack. As I don't see Fields joining us here yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in our 2nd place finisher, Josh Fuller here. Fuller waiting patiently here in the Discord. We're going to pull our 2nd place finisher here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Josh, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yeah, sure do, buddy.
Josh, my boy, what a wicked race that was, man. We saw that 12 ride early on showing a lot of speed. We saw you lead some laps, and we saw that 007 ride get around you. You battled back strong. You saw what he was kind of doing, running that high side. You jumped up there, you used that to your advantage, got around Fields again, led some more laps, but there in that last little bit of a run, Fields got back around you, and you just couldn't quite catch back up to him there at the end of this one.
No, Fields is tough, man. He's been on a roll here lately, and I knew that on that last restart, if I didn't get a good restart, he would get me on the top, and that's exactly what happened, unfortunately. But good for him. Like I said, he's been on a roll lately.
Absolutely. Fields has been really, really fast. We saw you with a fast car here tonight. Uh, take us back through that race, man, how this racetrack really changed. We saw, the bottom side for quite a while was the fastest way around here. Then we saw for about 5, 10 laps, that high side just really come in strong there where we saw everybody running up there. And it looked like fairly quickly that high side went away and it was right back down to the bottom side as the bottom side looked like it was pretty much the preferred line all night long, even through the slickness.
Yeah, that's the thing about Lanier. Lanier, that's usually how it is around here or at this track. I was honestly kind of shocked to see it even go to the top. Most of the time it doesn't, but I guess we did all right or something with the track settings, the temperature and the weather and stuff. I guess all that was okay or good tonight for that. So fortunately, it was good to see it go move around. It made for better racing. Usually it's single file around the bottom, so it was overall a good race.
Absolutely a wicked, wicked race there. A great show by all the drivers here tonight as we only saw one caution flag and some great, great racing all around the racetrack. But Josh, you come up one spot short. You finish here in the second spot tonight. Who do you got to thank nonetheless for a wicked performance and a podium finish?
Yeah, absolutely. Rocket Esports, D1RT, Base Race Fuels, Busby Late Models, D Keef Speed. I was running a Kiefer set tonight. Y'all go check his stuff out. It's always on point. I Go Racing Designs, and I guess that's it. And you all for the broadcast and everybody that puts the series on. It's always a fun series.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congrats on the second place finish. Hopefully, we see you back down here in the broadcast booth next week and maybe one spot better.
Yeah, I hope so.
Beauty, Josh, have yourself a wonderful night and have yourself a great evening.
Thank you, buddy. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Josh Fuller as Fuller picks up the second spot here tonight, coming up one spot short. Unfortunate break there for that 12 ride as he showed a lot of speed early on in this one. Led some good laps there, but unfortunately at the end just couldn't quite keep that 007 ride at bay as Jacob Fields picks up the win. Yo, Ethan Dory coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Ethan? Ethan coming in, some matching that like on the stream. Much appreciated, my boy. Much appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, and hit that gosh heckin' follow button as we're going to get ready to pull our third place finisher, Mr. Nick Cooper, here into the Discord. Is Cooper waiting patiently? So we're going to pull that 35 ride. Actually, no, we're going to pull our race a winner up into the Discord. Here's Jacob Fields now up in the broadcast booth. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our feature winner. It's the 007 of Jacob Fields as he gets it done here tonight. We're going to pull him in here for his post-race interview. Hey, Jacob, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth to get a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Jacob, my boy, what a race. Take us back through that one. As this racetrack, for a little while, it was bottom side dominant. The high side started to come in, and it looked like you were, the first one to really figure out the line of how to use that high side to, take the lead away. We saw you jump out in front. We saw Fuller come back and pass you once again, but that last little bit of a stretch, you got back around him, and at that point on, he could not catch you as you were super, super fast here once again in the super late models.
Yeah, man, Fuller's fast, and that, I got off that bottom at the beginning, and he got by me. It was, it was tough getting back around him quick. But luckily, that top came in, able to find it.
Absolutely, man.
Around him.
Absolutely, man. That high side when you were up there banging down that outside wall, you guys were absolutely flying up there. Looked like you really found something decent up there. You found that little bit of an extra traction. Then once you got back around Fuller there, we saw you running that little bit of a slider line. It was definitely a cool line to watch you guys run there for a little while there was still that extra bit of bite on the corner exit. And you guys are laying down some wicked, wicked fast times. And come down to the end of it, man, you pick up the checkered flag. How did it feel to, have the racetrack being able to move around, have that, couple different lines there for a while to be able to run instead of being just stuck right there on the bottom side?
Oh, that track was great. I mean, when it slicks off, it puts on really good races. I feel like, that race went pretty well. We had a caution, but really wasn't bad. And it's always fun racing there.
Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. Well, Jacob, who would you like to thank here tonight for yet again another checkered flag and another wicked, wicked performance out of that 007 ride?
Yeah, I gotta give a huge shout out to D1RT and Rocket, as always. And thank you for putting the broadcast on, and thank the guys at ADS for putting on the series.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congratulations picking up the checkered flag. Hopefully we'll see you back down here next week and see if you can make it, 3 races in a row as that was back-to-back wins here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Absolutely. Have yourself a great night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, Jacob Fields, as Fields gets it done here tonight and picks up yet again another checkered flag. What a drive and what a performance there out of Jacob Fields as he wins yet again another race. We're going to pull our third place finisher in now into the Discord as Nick Cooper waiting patiently here for his post-race interview. Yo, Mr. John Fowler, what is good, John? What is good, my boy? John coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. What is good, John? How you doing, homie? You're welcome, bud. Man, much appreciated, Ethan. Much appreciated, my boy. Always love seeing you in here, showing that love. All of the Peacemaker fam coming in huge on almost every single night of the week, coming in with all the loves, the likes, the shares, the comments. You guys usually kill it. You guys kill it, baby. As we're going to pull in our third place finisher here, it is that 35 ride of Nick Cooper as Cooper comes home in position number 3 here tonight. Hey, Nick, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Nick, my boy, what a race out there tonight, man. We only saw one caution flag. That means you guys had to do a lot of green flag battling out there on the racetrack. Slowly but surely, we saw that 35 ride start to work your way closer and closer to the front there. You end up going across the start-finish line in that third position. Do you think you had anything there for Fuller or Fields as they were, the class of the field right from the drop of the green flag?
No, I definitely need to be a little bit better off the corners there late in the run. I couldn't get off the corner, so that was definitely hurting me. But all in all, I was there with them. But as my teammates, I'm just glad to see us, go top 3 at least.
Absolutely, man. Guys, we're super fast out there tonight, man. All those D1RT drivers were, showing us how to get it done around this racetrack, and this was a lot of fun to watch as we saw that racetrack change a couple times, go from that bottom side to the high side and then back down to the bottom side again. I mean, you guys really had to, hit those setups absolutely perfectly to, really know how this racetrack was going to be at the end, as it could have been the high side, it could have been the bottom side, and made for some great racing with you guys having to move around the racetrack and try to figure out where the best spot is.
Yeah, I definitely didn't put a setup together. I tried some of my teammates' setups, but it just wasn't working. So I just tried something different, and it was decent, but just not enough.
Absolutely. Nick, who would you like to thank for such a wicked run here tonight and a solid podium finish there in the third spot?
I got to thank D1RT, obviously. I got to thank my real sponsors, Bicknell Products, Chassis, and Integra Shocks, Seneca Meadows. Man, there's a lot of people. Just everybody that supports me and watches the sim racing.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congrats on the third place finish. Hopefully we see you back down here in the broadcast booth next week. And hopefully we'll see you maybe a couple spots better.
Right, for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a wonderful night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our third place finisher there, Nick Cooper, as Cooper coming home in position number 3. A good solid run, a great race here all night long by all of our drivers, man. Once again, another wicked night of just some good, hard, clean racing around the racetrack. We saw one caution flag. That means over the last 2 weeks, last week we had 0 caution flags. This week we only had 1 caution flag. That's insane. That is incredible, the amount of talent that these drivers have, but the amount of speed that they're throwing these cars into the corner and, beating and banging and battling for every position on the racetrack. For there to only be 1 caution flag over the last 2 races is absolutely insane. Yo, Scott Dobbs, my boy, man, I wish you were here tonight too, man. I wish you would have I wish you would have been in here, man. You would have made it a lot more fun seeing that 29 machine out there on the racetrack trying to win this race, or at least have a good solid run, battling out there on the racetrack. Sim in use, though. Scott, who the heck is on your sim? Who is using your sim, my boy? Get him off of there. There's racing to be done, okay? There should be no one else on the sim. No one else on the sim except for you. You need to be out here running these laps, my dude, trying to get these checkered flags. John says, awesome broadcast like always. John, my boy, Mr. Fowler, much appreciated, homie. Much appreciated coming in with those kind words. And Mr. Ricky Chandler coming in with that like on the stream as well. What is good, Ricky? Ricky coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. Mr. Josh Blakely coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, my boy? What is good, Josh? How you doing tonight, homie? How you doing tonight? As unfortunately the racing action has concluded, but we're gonna hang out here. We're gonna chill with you guys for a quick couple minutes here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that race, and not only just how good these drivers were running and the lap times that they were putting up in these super late models, but really just to go over the points of how crazy it is for these guys to run back-to-back weeks with virtually no caution flags. We only saw one caution flag there all night long. Was pretty wicked to see, man. It was pretty wicked to see only one caution flag once again. That's a lot of laps with not a lot of contact, a lot of good, clean, respectful racing out there on the racetrack, and these guys to be able to do that even without that one simple mistake or anything else on the start or anything else throughout this race, especially with the racetrack changing and slicking off so much. For there to only be that one caution flag over the last 2 weeks is miraculous. Really, that is insane. That is insane. Thursday nights are back this week. Just 2 weeks left. I know, John. I know, my boy. There's only 2 weeks left, which sucks. That sucks, my dude. You want to get that going every night, every Thursday for the rest of life, bro. For the rest of life is what we want. We're gonna be going, man. At the beginning of the year as well is a good time for any leagues or any other broadcasters or even drivers to reach out to different companies, especially bigger companies, to try and find sponsorships. Beginning of the year, a lot of those bigger companies, when you look at like Carl Customs or Black Rifle Coffee, Coca-Cola, like Monster and stuff, all these big sponsorships and stuff, they usually do yearly sponsorships, and at the beginning of the year is when they they actually, they put their sponsors in areas, and they decipher that throughout like basically January. So all their sponsorship money they basically spend in that first month, and then from that point on there's nothing left. You got to wait till the next year. So for any leagues or anyone else looking for sponsorships over January and stuff is going to be your best time to reach out. Send basically your virtual resume for your driving and your racing career out there to all the bigger places, all the bigger sponsors that are available to people. Yo, Mr. Tommy Bailey, what is good, Tom Bailey? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing that love as well. What is good, Tommy? How you doing, my dude? Let's go, baby. Let's go, Tommy. Let's get it. Let's get it, Caleb. Let's go, my boy. Caleb Ramsey coming in, smashing that like. Tom Bailey coming in, hitting that like as well. Caleb coming in with that exclamation mark followers with the 327 days. Almost a full year, Caleb. Almost a full year, my boy. Hell yeah, Wednesday nights in 2023 as well with the 358s. Yeah, that's going to be massive too. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. We're going to be trying to get some other leagues up and going as well. We probably could have gotten one up and going the last month or so, but with so much stuff going on with, different things, obviously like the Gobbler and all that other stuff and all these other big races, I figured we would wait. And then obviously, Thanksgiving for the Americans and all that fun stuff. And then obviously now with Christmas and stuff around the corner, it's hard to kind of start a league now with, you're going to be, a race or two, then a week or two off, and then maybe a race, and then another week off. You don't really want to have to go through that, so I figure we just wait until, the beginning of the year, and then we're going to really get a lot of racing going. There's going to be a lot of big shows, a lot of big money races. There's going to be a lot of other ones as well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of wicked lot of wicked racing. We're going to have some big names, some big drivers out there trying to compete for wins on a regular basis. But just like tonight, man, just like tonight, you have drivers like, Jacob Fields, Josh Fuller, Nick Cooper, guys like that are top 3. But you even look farther back, you see, if the Diaz Marshall back there, Michael Spangler, Jason Salter, like these are guys with 7,000, 8,000 IR, like 6,000 IR. Like these guys are pro series drivers that are out there racing against each other on a weekly basis. And I mean, that's not even including half the other ones that are out there that are just wicked good drivers as well that may not have as big of I rating or anything. When you look at like Caleb Ramsey and Buddy Ware, drivers like that. You look at Adam Davis, who came home in 4th. He's got a 5,000 IR. Like these guys are A-class, almost pro series drivers that are out there battling for a win in a nice little league race on a Friday night, and it makes for some wicked content and some wicked racing action out there. But unfortunately, chat, that is going to do it for us this evening, man. Another wicked night of racing, a lot of fun, a lot of great passes, a lot of great battles around the racetrack. We saw some wicked racing at the front for the lead between Fuller and Fields for so many laps there as they battled it out and duked it out. Yo, Dirty Monkey Motorsports coming in with that share on the stream as well. Dirty Monkey, much appreciated coming in, some mashing that share button as well. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all tomorrow, man. We have a huge race tomorrow night. We have the Shane Hyatt benefit race. So, a local driver down, I do believe it's Ohio. I could be wrong on that one, but I believe it was Ohio, somewhere in that area. Unfortunately, having some medical issues, being airlifted to another local hospital to, have some work done, and him being out and everything else. One of my buddies, Mr. Matt Fletchel, got a hold of me and asked if if I want to be a part of it and put on a little bit of a benefit race for him and his family to help with medical expenses and everything else, and just a good local UMP dirt track racer down in that area. Of course, I said yes, I would help him out. We got everything going. Everything is absolutely perfect. We got our field is full. We got 40 drivers getting ready to go to battle. We got a couple sponsors in there as well. One of my sponsors that you see up on the screen, ABK Kustoms, coming in with a $1,000 PC being donated to the race winner. And we also got some other prize money that's going to be available to these drivers now as well, as long as the GoFundMe, which is going to continue to build and build and build for Shane Hyatt and his family. So tomorrow night is going to be a wicked show. I'm expecting an insane turnout, not only from the Peacemaker fan, but from all of the local racetracks down there and all of the race fans down there, man. I'm expecting to have a massive race Saturday, and then obviously we have our shop with the cop for the Mo Racers there on Sunday night as well. So we'll have another charity race on Sunday, and that's going to be a lot of fun as well. That's going to be another massive event, and it's going to be some wicked racing action out there on the racetrack. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Remember, tune in tomorrow night right around 8 o'clock Eastern when we get things fired up and underway for a huge benefit race tomorrow night that you guys will not want to miss. So hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. But, hopefully you guys have yourselves a great night and a good day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace out, baby. Peace out, chat. Have yourselves a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen. Take it easy and have yourself a great night.
Double XL up in the paint, you can't shake that. All the way gassed up, full tank, man, moving too quick. Keep the cameras in the playback. Dang,
tell me how you feel with it. You put a lid on it, I ain't got no chill with it. This right here your problem, you gon' have to deal with it. Lay it on the line, high risk, that's the meal ticket. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at, never fall back. No lies, no facts, we gon' stay right where we at. We ain't never fall back. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. We ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. Been way down, never falter. Came with the hands out, get them off us. I'm 24/7 in the office. Pay attention cause I ain't repeating offers. Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Here for whatever you bring me, getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need to hassle. Yeah.